Hello, my name is Robert Trent Sutphin. This is my student ID, and this is my presentation for the Deepwater Horizon oil spill and response. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill occurred in the Gulf of Mexico on April 20th, 2010. Some facts about the rig. The Deepwater Horizon rig, owned and operated by the offshore oil drilling company, Transocean, it was leased by the oil company BP. This oil rig was situated in the Macondo oil prospect in the Mississippi Canyon. The Deepwater Horizon was a 396-foot long and a 256-foot wide ultra-deep water, dynamically positioned, semi-submersible offshore drilling rig. It was built by Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea, and the construction of this rig began in 1998 and was completed in 2001. An exploratory well is a deep test hole drilled by companies to locate proven reserves to recover gas and oil. The explosion and spill. On April 20th, as the crew closed up an exploratory oil well under the Gulf of Mexico, a pulse of gas shot up, buckling the drill pipe, which caused the well to not seal. Gas ignited into a series of explosions and then a firestorm. The explosion killed 11 workers and injured 17. The rig capsized and sank on the morning of April 22nd. The sinking ruptured the riser used to inject drilling mud to counteract the upwards pressure of oil and natural gas. Without the opposing force, oil began to discharge into the Gulf. What had failed was that an attempt was made to activate a blowout preventer, but it failed because a device known as a blind shear ram, the final defense to prevent oil spill, failed to plug the well. A surge of natural gas blasted through a concrete core recently installed by contractor Halliburton in order to seal the well for later use. The central cause of the explosion aboard the Deepwater Horizon drilling rig was a failure of the cement at the base of the 18,000-foot deep well that was supposed to contain oil and gas within the well bore. The government response. After the explosion at 10:30 p.m., the United States government began an emergency search and rescue mission, and a command center was established on the Gulf Coast. On July 12, 2010, a capping stack, which is a well enclosure that attaches to the top of blowout preventers to seal off a well, was built and successfully attached to the top of the Deepwater Horizon's blowout preventer and cut off the flow of the oil. The oil spill caused by the explosion continued to flow into the Gulf of Mexico until July 15th. On July 15th, BP closed off the well. After 87 days, the oil spill had been cut off, and the relief wells were used to permanently seal the well, which was declared effectively dead on September 19th, 2010. Some of the strengths and weaknesses of the response by the government is that the strengths were the government immediately began a search and rescue after being informed of the incident. A command center was established on the Gulf Coast to address the potential impacts on the environment, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association mobilized soon after the explosion to provide trajectory support, coordinated scientific weather, and biological response services. A weakness of the government's response was that while the response to the explosion was successful, the response to the resulting spill took months. The oil spill response took 87 days total. Some of the effects of the oil spill was that the oil spill created by the explosion had a major effect on surrounding ocean and its ecosystem. The oil spill is considered to be the largest in United States history. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration lists some of the impacts the oil spill has had, such as contaminating many species of marine life habitats with oil, many of which were protected and endangered species. And the oil spill caused injury to many animal species by exposing them to the oil. What I would have done to prevent this was that the main issue that could have prevented the explosion of the Deepwater Horizon would be that the safety precautions designed to prevent flammable oil from reaching the oil rig is fully and properly functional. To do this, blowout preventers for the oil rig should be monitored and tested regularly to ensure that pipe rams in the well are able to successfully cut off the flow of the oil and natural gas from traveling up to the oil rig, preventing the possibility of an explosion. This has been my presentation. Thank you.